Morning, everyone. It's Andrew with Supercharged Stocks. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I want to make sure you get all the latest information as soon as possible. Today, NG Energy. This is one of my top picks for the year. We've got the CEO, Serafino Iacono. He's got 3 decades worth of capital markets experience and raised over $4 billion. But a lot of you will remember his name from Pacific Rubiales. And also he's actually is the executive chairman at Grand Colombian Gold as well. So a wealth of knowledge and experience. Really looking forward to catching up on what's new, what's happening with NG Energy. I know we're going to touch on re-entering Istanbul 1. We're going to talk about permitting and drilling of Senior 9 and the pipeline construction. We're going to catch up on that, but also we're going to see where we are as far as production. Good morning. It's Andrew again, and I'm very pleased to be here with Serafino Iacono, who is the CEO of NG Energy. How are you doing today? You're looking well and tanned, but you're down south. We're up north. How is life treating you?
Well, we're very happy to be where we are. At least some warm, but you guys are getting there. No, excited about. Thank you for having us. Excited about what's going on. What's going on with the company and what's going on with the progress that we're making. Just to give you a little update, we just completed our financing, and we were very successful in raising the money that we needed to raise. Now we're moving on in developing the projects that we had in course. Starting with Maria Conchita. Maria Conchita is the first of the concessions that we are going to be drilling our second well. The Maria Conchita was very successful in the Arruchara well, gave us the numbers that we announced, which was about 30 million cubic feet of gas a day. Out of that, we're going to take it into production at a rate of 20 million cubic feet of gas a day. Progressing on the development of the infrastructure. We're building the 14 kilometers infrastructure that is hooking up with the field. That's going to be ready in 30 at the latest 60 days, and with the 60 days that we're going to be done, that's going to give us the start delivering gas to our customers. That's the most important thing. So second well that we're going to start drilling next week, and it's going to be a very fast well to be drilled. We just got all the permits. We're now getting, believe it or not, we have to offer to community employment. And the community that we have to offer employment, some of the community, it's still not ready to go to work. So we had to bring people from outside. But within a week, we're going to be ready to drill. We're going to drill the Istanbul well. The Istanbul well's got some very interesting zones. This was a well that was drilled by the previous management. They had some difficulties in putting it into production. We're going to go in, we're going to seal some areas that gave water, and we're going to open up some areas that they never opened. So there might be some pleasant surprise over there. We're expecting somewhere around 3 million cubic feet of gas, but it could be a lot more. So the big thing was that is and still is Sinu 9. In Sinu 9, we're progressing. We are in the final stage where the Ministry of Environment is coming in and doing final inspection. That's going to happen next week of all the work that we did on environment and community. And as soon as we finish that, 30 days later, we should be getting our permits to start drilling. Now, the good news is that we have done and almost completed our 51-101 report. It's going to be ready next week. The initial draft, I can tell you what it gives us is very positive, that everything that we had mentioned always from the beginning as far as potentially 1 TCF of gas in place. It's going to be 1 TCF plus. I'm not going to, I can't tell you what the plus is, but it's a big plus. So
Good news.
the project even more interesting. And we're ready to start getting our hands wet on that. We got the commitment for the first 4 wells that are, and as soon as we have that, we're going to mobilize our drilling rigs and start drilling. And between now and the summer, there's going to be results in this field. And then this is going to be a completely different company than what you see right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I liked about this is it's ramping up quickly now, and you're hitting all these milestones. You've got the great partner with Canaccord. They came in with the pipeline called 10 million at first, but they've also come in for this last almost $10 million bought deal on the equity side. So they've been a good partner. A lot of people up here know Canaccord very well, obviously, which is nice to have. You're on track as far as timelines with hitting milestones with the pipeline and towards production. So I see things, God willing, moving very rapidly into the summer here, especially whenever we start talking about some of these big numbers from CNU 9.
We're going to have an exciting summer, that I can tell you.
And then is part of the idea then, of course, is the even bigger than CNU 9 is the blue sky exploring potential later on, like fourth quarter for that Tiburon.
Tiburon, yeah, Tiburon. What we're planning to do in September, it's we need to run a couple of lines of 2D seismic to complete the work that was done there, which then will give us more definition of drilling. We are still working with a couple of companies that want to be JV partners with us.
Yes.
We're going to finalize and define which one it's going to be, and that's going to be the exploration upside. But I still insist, the CNU 9 is a company maker.
Yes.
And once CNU 9 is in operation, this company is going to go. It's got many options to become a producer, not only on natural gas, but also we've been approached by electricity companies in becoming a producer of molecule of electricity using our gas, and now it's becoming more and more valuable as a clean source of energy.
Yeah, that's the side that I really liked because I think it's roughly like 50% of Colombian energy is from electricity, but that's generated from natural gas. So, and there's a huge supply demand shift that's occurred where people like yourself need to be there to ramp up and to hit some of these numbers because the supply is just not there and the demand is increasing rapidly.
No, totally. Colombia has done already 4 imports of natural gas this year. 4. So you're talking about paying double what it's the cost of producing and selling it as a local gas. So you're talking about $8 to $10 per million BTUs. That's a lot of money. And the consumer is the one that pays for it, always.
Yes. Yeah. So this is exciting. There's lots happening. We're going to see a lot of news flow, and of course, once we get to people always think the finalizing the construction of the pipeline is kind of boring. We're waiting, but we're 60 days away, and then things are going to wrap up pretty quick.
This is in the next 30 days. You're going to have your first results.
Excellent, 30 days.
All right.
Well, yeah, this is. And one thing I want to touch on too. You did the top 50 Venture 50 for the TSX. But which is always it's nice to have that. But certainly, definitely one of my top picks for the year. I never want people to be put on the spot, but I always encourage people to look back at Petro Rubiales and look at what the team has done before. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but hey, it's good to have a team like that can identify incredible opportunities.
Well, funny enough, if you look at our history as when we went from 35 cents to $7, it was called Pacific Stratus. And Stratus Energy was La Creciente field, which is the field 20 kilometers away from us, which is still producing 17 years after. And that field over there took our stock from 35 cents to $7. So here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what I like to hear. Well, it was great to catch up with you. I really appreciate you making the time for us. Because
My pleasure.
It's nice to keep.
Let's catch up after the next well.
Yes. Once we have those results, you'll be hearing. We'll be roaring over here about them. But thanks so much for your time, Serafino. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, bud. Take care.
Take care. All the best.
Click that like and subscribe button and go sign up on superchargedstocks.com and let's keep you notified.